Okay, so it's April the 6th, Tuesday. We try the close. We are trying to close still above this area here, which we still didn't manage, which is a big resistance, and we still have this resistance here. So we got this consolidation, a bullish move. We are already above the 21 on the 4 hours. We closed like this, so we got this rejection, and now this candle, let's see if we manage to close above, or this will be a bearish retest, and then we come down and we can come to this trend line which wasn't tested, and we can be sideways around here to see if we push higher and maybe go here, here, and then try to push higher. Any closes below here, I think we will come back to the 200 or the 277, which is this trend line that was not tested as support. So to this 52, 53K area. For now, indicators still pointing up, so we still might be able to push. Any closes above here, we will go, I think, to the next levels. This will be resistance, but this one is the very strong one. This one was just a fake out. This is the one that we can see. It's really strong. So any closes above will turn into support, and we can push higher. Let's see if it's today until tomorrow. The price is trying, but we got these rejections here from this area. So let's see. So now, sorry, going now to the monthly. I'll take all these. So basically we've been green, green all the time, and now we are trying to keep above the previous candle to try to push higher. Closes above this white line, this white trend line, we can push to the higher levels. Closes below the blue line, the previous month's close, starts to get bearish, and we still didn't add any red candle until now. We can come still on the monthly to this higher level, so it's still, we can still push higher, although we are quite neutral at the moment, trying to decide if we can do something like coming down, find some support and push higher. So let's see what we do. Everything can happen at this stage, and we are in a key point on Bitcoin at the moment. So this is where we are. And we are trying to hold above, try to push higher with the support of this week plus the candle close. So let's see if we still find strength to push higher for maybe the last push. And then we have on the monthly the moving averages, which one? The 21 is on the 24, the 12 is on 32, and the 20 is on 19, around 19, and the other ones below, of course. Okay, so remember these trend lines I have here in green, they were not tested as support for when we start the bear market or some flash crash, and this trend line here was not tested as support, which is aligned with the 50 moving average at this moment. So it's still a possibility, some very fast crash, nobody knows, and I think when we'll start, it will be nasty. Okay, so be prepared for everything, nobody knows. Of course, we have this moving average, which will bounce for sure, but remember this trend line for maybe here, who knows, nobody knows, like September this year, if we go more in time. If we go to this trend line and we come here, it will be November in 2 years, so many times still. So for now, one day at a time. Okay, so this is the monthly. This is the weekly, so this area is the support that we are trying to hold. It's this blue line here. We were coming down, suddenly this candle, we managed to close above and above this support, and now we are consolidating to try to, and green to try to push higher. Any closes, weekly closes below this area, we will come to this area or to this area. The 40s, 42, around 42 on the 20 and the 21 and the 20, and we still have the 12 on 49.50. Okay, and then of course, on this same trend line I spoke, we have the 200 simple here, the 200 exponential here, around 11.4, something around here. Okay, so in terms of RSI, we broke down this trend line, we got the bearish retest, and now we are trying to decide if we manage to come higher again, and maybe to do another retest or close above, or we just come down from here. So everything is still indecisive, but as long as we maintain this blue line, we can push higher, and the goal is to close a candle above the white line. So this is quite simple. It's about a patience game. And any close is above this white one, we can have a push higher or a fake out, but let's see what we do. We are still green on the weekly and trying to hold to try to push higher. Let's see what we do. So on the daily, we got the bull flag, broke out, retest up. We found this trend line that is acting as resistance, also super strong resistance until now. And then we came back to the 21 moving average. Now we are trying to push and close above that area. Let's see if we manage. If not, we are ranging here in this area. We need to hold, as we see here, the weekly close, this blue line, the monthly close, it's this blue, darkish blue one, and we close the day above both. So this is bullish. Let's see what we do today. We should hold here to try to push higher. Of course, on the RSI, we are doing a bearish divergence that we are going up, sideways up, and here we are going sideways down on the RSI. So everything is still possible, but it's all about risk management. If you have your stop loss below the 21 moving average here, your risk is minimum, and you can then wait for another entry if we break down from here. So everything is possible. If we break down, we have many targets in the moving averages, and let's see if we do that, where we stop. The 200 simple is on the 30.7, and the 200 exponential 35.5, and we have the 100 and the 89 around 45, 47. So anything is possible. Now 4 hours. So we are holding the 21. As long as we hold the 21, it's fine to try to push higher, but we need to close, as I said, above this area. We've been rejecting. Any closes above here, we start to get more bullish, and then a close above this candle close here, even more bullish. So let's see. Indicator still kind of pointing up, but remember, on the big picture, and everyone is still bullish. Remember, we had the high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, broke down. When we went up, the top, it's still a lower high. So let's see if we have enough energy to pass this top here and all these tops with a big move. So it's quite possible with Bitcoin to make the last push, and let's see. So for now, we are consolidating below big resistance, which is here and here. So let's see what we do if we manage to close above. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. I don't think, I'm just doing a fast recap. So this is where we are. We got a bullish close, but still below some resistance, but starting to grind up. So let's see what we do. We can crash big time also. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. So Ethereum quite strong. We are trying to close above the previous high to try to push higher. this looks quite bullish, but we still need to confirm this area support. So we are in this channel already, so that's why we are holding. If we hold this, we can push higher, and let's see, but we can also grind here and with some wicks below to test these moving averages, but we need to close all the time above this trend line here. I can put it a bit more dark, more lighter, so it's more easy to understand. So this is where we are now, above. So if we could push higher, we have some big levels in euros. If we go to the top of the channel, it's 220 euros, 200 euros. If we manage to start closing above here, 230, we can go to other tops around 3,000 euros. So everything is still possible. I have these red lines as big resistances, and I don't know if we manage to pass from here or from there without a correction first, but let's see. Okay, so Litecoin, strong, quite strong move, already trying to close above this resistance, which will turn into support to try to push to the next level. So let's see if we manage to do it, or otherwise we come to test the triangle as support, and this will be a buy to try to push higher. So we got the rejection here, but then we managed to break out, and now we are trying to find support on this, on that, but we can have wicks and come to this, to the triangle for a retest. Okay, so looking bullish, indicator still pointing up, we can still go higher. Dot on the daily. So we broke out the triangle, the two triangles, so looks quite bullish. Now it's red, we might just try to find some support to push higher again. So it's a super easy trade to manage risk with all these trend lines and the triangles. So just use your stop loss, and you can use the 21 moving average, all these moving averages as support, and the stop loss below one of the swing lows, this or this, and you keep buying these dips to see if we manage to push higher. This is the big support here. It's this one, 39.940. We can have wicks below to the 21 and the 50. Closes below, we will come down. So looking good, indicator pointing down at the moment, so we can retest the 12 and the 21, and this stop, basically these stops as support. Okay, so what can we see more? I'll put the weekly to be more simple instead of the daily, but you can see it. Everyone, all the breakouts are trying to find the supports now. So I'm putting the weekly so everyone can see it's more easy. So the 21 has been the buy around here, and the 12 as the candle close and try to push higher. So this is the weekly. We broke out of this triangle. We can come down to test the 21 and the triangle as support to try to push higher. Resistance, it's on this candle close that we found some resistance with this wick, and now let's see if we manage to push higher or we come back down to test the triangle. ADA. So still stopped, but we already broke out from this triangle, and we are trying to push higher from here. This one we need to see the daily. So the daily, as we see, still very choppy, no move, but if we close above this trend line, it's more easy on the 4 hours. This is a very simple trade, so we are grinding up any close above here with a candle close and open and closing, even on low time frames, we will push higher. So as long as we maintain this yellow line, which was always resistance, it turned to support, we are good. Any closes below here, we are bad. Very simple. ADA to trade and swing trade. Ripple, we got a big move on the triangle as well. This is very easy to. This is also a very easy coin to trade. We got retest on the triangle. Another one here. Rejection. 21 moving average. 200 holding. Broke out of the triangle, and now we went above the triangle. Any closes above here as a retest, we can push higher. So looking good, Ripple, although it's a shit coin, so it's trying to close above this resistance. Then we have this one, big resistance here, and then of course we have this area and the $2, of course. So let's see, looking strong at the moment. Seller also quite strong, trying the breakout at the moment, almost there, which is here. Any closes above here, we will come here, or any closes above this one, we can push even higher. So Stellar looking quite strong. We got the breakout of the triangle. This candle did the retest, and now we are trying to push higher already. And indicators pushing up, pointing up. So looking quite strong. ZRX, I think it's trying to find some support. So this is where we are. We broke out. We cannot pass the resistance, which is here and here. And now I think we will come to test at least this area as support and try to push higher. Any closes below here or the 21 moving average is bearish. We should always hold this support now to try to push higher and be more bullish. So looking good. Let me just check on the monthly. So this is where we are. If we do a trend line here, we can still push higher, but we are red now. So let's see if we have enough strength to pass this candle close on the monthly. If not, we can have a big move down on the monthly to 0.77 or the 21 here area or this area here, and we have this trend line here. So many options. Let's see, we need to close basically above that area to be more bullish. On the monthly, it was a big move up, so that's why. So we need to close above here basically and above there. If not, let's see, we find support to push higher. EOS also we doing very good. So this is a patience game now because we are in parabolic movement. So use always your stop loss. Don't think that we are doing an investment at a parabolic move so high. Remember, just do the investments quite low when the coin should be dying and no euphoria on the news. So this is EOS. As we see, we broke out the triangle up, found support on the 21 and the 12, broke out this trend line, and now still pushing higher. Let's see if we come down to test the support, and let's see. So we are already overbought, so we should be coming down soon to test the support, and then let's see if we have enough strength to push higher, or if it was already, this move will be the top of this cycle, and then we can come down, and then let's reassess if we have enough strength to push higher. So this was a long time grind up inside this triangle. As soon as we broke out, we tested it and pushed higher, and we have this trend line here that we managed to close higher. This will be support now. So let's see what we do. On the RSI, we can still push to a bigger, higher level, which is still, so if there's a big move, can still come with on these tops, like this top or that top over there, which is this week. So we can go to 7 or 8 areas. Let's see. So MG also did a nice breakout. So we are breaking out. We still didn't go to the wick, so we need to close above there. Might be a double top, any closes above. We are inside this channel that was created here, and any buys, this should give a nice bounce because it was 1 point, 2 points, missing the third point, so we can go to the top of the level and then back down, try to test this one. So let's see. We are in the middle of the range at the moment. So looking good. And Bancor also just big moves up on the weekly. So still okay if we hold here this support. This looks like a bull flag. Let's see if he has enough strength to push higher. We do a triangle here or a bull flag. We need to wait for the close above the flag. Not this one actually. We can do a triangle and we can do a bull flag with the green ones. So we can do a line over there, and I think we'll align with this one here. So we have this resistance, any closes above here we will push higher. Simple, and we can do a triangle here. Okay. So BNT. So basically we need to close above here to be more specific and simple. Now it's just consolidating, but no need to make this trade. Although it's grinding higher, if you do it now, you can put the stop loss below here. But any closes above here, it's when it will explode. So you can do whatever you want in your style of trading. UMA also grinding, trying to break out. Now trying to find support. So this is a good trade already, which will happen today if we manage to close above this one. We can still push higher. Let's see if Bitcoin helps with this. So we need this one to close above and push higher. When it closes below, we will come back to the triangle and it won't look so good at the moment. And we can even come down big time to the supports here. Okay, or to this trend line that wasn't tested as support. So, but I think we still might be able to do the move up, at least one, and then let's see. And BNB, Binance super strong, broke out here, retest up, we broke the big one, retest up, and then the top and the all-time high, retest up. Still pushing higher, so super strong, and we can see on the RSI we can go quite high still. So I still have a bit of BNB that I bought on $4 on 2017, 2018, very low, which was the price back then, and I still hold it. So I already sold a bit, and now I'm trying to sell more if we go higher. So, but I'm seeing this RSI, so I will wait and hold a bit more to see where we go with BNB, because it's a super strong coin. For me, one of the strongest, because they have the exchange doing loads of money and very beneficial for all the community, crypto community. So they are doing many things and they are pushing the levels, raising the bar on crypto. So it's a super strong coin. Any closes below this triangle, it will come down. For now, holding the triangle, everything is good, and we have the 21 and the 12 as support on the daily. It's also buy areas, and you can use stop loss below this triangle, or bids until there, and the stop loss below here will be here. It will be better, more simple, more safe. And that's it. Okay, so done for now. S&P, Nasdaq, uber bullish, pushing all-time highs. QQQ still holding, trying to go to the trend line of the top. Gold still ranging, and the dollar index still consolidating, as we can see here. We got the rejection from the 277, and now we have this area we need to hold. We close the candle below, which is not good, but we might have a fake out, so we might come to the 21 and the 20 and then push higher and then push higher. So let's see, this needs to hold. This is the daily, so of course this is a big resistance, and now we are trying to find more support. Let's try to push higher. If we don't pass here and we start to break down, especially from these two green lines, coming down to the bottom won't look good, and we can crash or go sideways for a while. So we should like hold like these moving averages, hold here. Basically this is the area we need to hold, 92.2, to try to push higher. Of course we can have weeks like a week like here to the 91.9, 92. So let's see if this is just a consolidation to try to push higher. Dollar looks good, previously did the same. So this is the weekly. The weekly has closed strong, and now we are red, maybe to come to test the 21 here, 92.8, 92.9. We see the wicks and we see the candle closes. So this might be just a wick, and we close the wick above the trend line to try to push higher. So this might be possible to happen. So let's see, resistance above, but we close above. This can be a fake out, or this is just finding support to close back up and then push higher. Okay, so this is where we are at the moment. And play safe, risk management always, especially with Bitcoin at these levels. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. So still green. I need to put the 4 hours. So we got a bullish close, daily bullish close, weekly looks bullish. We are still red on the daily, but we closed green, so consolidating. So it's all starting to get green. Let's see if now we have enough strength to close above, or this is a bearish retest to come down to this trend line or lower area and stay sideways at least here. Let's see now if we manage to close above. And this was it's been like we have the 21 holding here as support. Let's see what we do. Indicator still pointing up. And yeah, so let's wait. Everything looks quite still bullish. Try to push higher. Big resistance above. Let's see if we manage. And it closes above here, 59,200 more or less, or here, 59,300, 400. Starts to get bullish. Let's see. 2 hours to go to see if this candle starts to get green and close